What is the worst advice you ever got?
So that was when I wanted to do Tilly's Life Center, and I don't have all the knowledge of psychology and all the material, and I wanted to do this. Then some really important person in my life was telling me, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it because it's not your field and you don't know what you're doing and how you can do it. But, you know, when it's your destiny, nothing stop you.
That's right.
You ready? Ready when you are. I spent time in the game.
What's up, everybody? What's up, boys? Welcome back to the Simplistic Podcast. Amazing. We have Tilly Levine and we have Colleen Versteeg. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. Versteeg, right? Okay. Founder of Tilly's. If you've ever bought Nikes or a hoodie or any Quicksilver shorts or anything in life, you've been to Tilly's.
This is my childhood, right?
And this is the founder.
Co-founder.
That's right. Co-founder. My wife says that too. My wife checked me. She's like, Susie, co-founder. Co-founder of Tilly's. And the founder of Tilly's Life Center. And you are the CEO, right?
I am.
Okay. I just want to make sure I got that right.
You got it.
So, first of all, legends in the building. We are currently at the Tilly's Life Center, right?
Yes.
So it's like kind of the headquarters, but not the headquarters.
It is our headquarters of Tilly's Life Center.
Got it. But isn't Tilly's like down the street to like the actual headquarters?
Tilly's is a different entity, but we are using this space in their building.
Love that.
So
Okay.
we're actually in the Tilly's e-commerce space right now, so we're above their e-commerce.
And downstairs is like all like
Warehouse. Cool stuff, yeah.
nice. Cool.
Packaging all the stuff
store.
that, yeah.
First of all, I have so many questions. But I'm gonna hold my questions because these boys have been doing their research, and I want them to ask the questions if they want to ask. I know you've done a ton of research, right?
A little bit. I mean, I wouldn't say a ton.
I mean,
It's maybe
fire
a
away,
bit,
dude. Like,
is a bit.
You know, it's like someone that owns a shoe store with me. I think you would be like really psyched to be here talking.
I'm just excited. I feel like today's theme should be like the American dream. I think when I look at your story and I look at what you guys have been able to build, you know, moving to America at 23 and starting this, you know, something that we grew up with, you know, something that like you have a real customer here saying that this is part of his childhood, his trips to California. Like, you know, it was mandatory that he had.
Could be lying. Could be lying.
Absolutely not. No, Tilly's is one of those stores that absolutely like fits my style. You know, I definitely kind of have like a.
You seem more like a Spencer's guy.
Go ahead on Spencer's. Spencer's is dope.
Inside of Spencer's one.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Absolutely, I bought some shot glasses and stuff there. But I guess let's I mean, you know, for the audience, tell, you know, everybody a little bit about what Tilly's Life Center is and kind of what, you know, the whole mantra is and what it's about and what the goal is with it.
So Tilly's Life Center is all about bringing our youth to a happy place. It's about mental wellness. It's about tools, how to be positive, how to let go of trauma, stress, how to identify your feelings, and if it's negative, how to let go, release, and make room to replace it with positive things.
That's amazing.
So you're helping not just like underprivileged children, but all children.
All children. If you're a teenager, then you need emotional intelligence, how to deal with your emotions, because this is a time that the brain is developing. And if we give them those tools during this time, they can develop emotional language that can save them so much pain of being depressed, a lot of anxiety, bullying. Know how to deal with their emotions is really the key for happiness. And especially in today's world that we have uncertainty, it's hard to trust, you don't feel safe.
Like just generally now, like the young public, like actually me and Tyler were just talking about like the development of Cade's brain specifically.
It's always mine.
Here we go.
It's always mine. Here we go.
And lack thereof. Cade, were you bullied in school?
No, not at all.
Were you a popular kid?
I was an athlete, yeah.
Were you a bully?
No, I wasn't. So
you were.
No, one thing that I've always said my entire life is I believe that it's a lot easier to be a good person than it is to be a bad person. And you never know when something as simple as just like holding the door open for somebody is going to be the complete difference in their day. The reason why they have a good day or they have a bad day, or even just something like that, can make somebody feel seen. You never know what anybody's going through. It's usually the people that are the happiest or, that are putting on that facade with the biggest smile that are actually going through the most. And
that is true. Because like my friend Dan, who was my best childhood friend, like ended up taking his life. Like you would have had no clue. You wouldn't have guessed it. There was like no signs. It was like, that was really bizarre for me. Like when I lost him.
We at TLC have
TLC? I love that name. No scrubs.
Yeah, Tilly's Life
Shout-outs.
Center. We shortened it to say the kids call it TLC. We actually had a lot of kids that tried to kill themselves, and that program made a huge turn in their life, and they let go of their fear and all their negative feelings, and they were able to actually turn around and become successful and graduated and.
So, I'm going to throw in a statistic that's pretty heavy because people don't realize it. Over 40% of young kids now, teenagers, are experiencing depression and sadness on an everyday basis.
Really?
That's huge. That's up about 10%. It kind of skyrocketed during COVID, and then after that...
Well, what did you think that percent rose to during COVID?
It went up to that 42%. It used to linger around the late, 20... or high 20s, low 30s. So it increased about 10% over the last decade, with most of it being in COVID. And people assumed that was going to fall off.
And didn't?
It has not.
Why do you think it's gone up so much? Do you think it's because of just like a rise in social media, or?
I believe, and there's a lot of research around it now and more coming, the rise in social media, not just because kids have access to social media, it's how much. We don't take phones away from our kids even in school anymore. When I went to school,
we didn't have phones.
No phone.
We had
actually, there was a landline, but exactly. But when my kids went to school, even they couldn't have their phones. Right, had to be in a backpack or now it's accessible. And
everything is like so. First of all, when I was a kid, we had beepers. You have to beep me. And then I would call you back 3 hours later. You know what I mean?
Because
I had a picture.
It wasn't important, right? The social aspect.
Life was so much easier. I always tell people, we talk about this all the time, that mental health right now is a direct correlation to what is happening in social media.
100%.
I believe too much screen time. That's why Steve Jobs didn't let his kid use Apple products. Right. That's why Mark Zuckerberg's not letting his kids on Facebook. And by the way, these people do know that there's a huge problem. They just don't care. Just so we're clear on that.
So there's a ton of research going on right now about trying to get the phones back out of schools, because it's affecting them emotionally, socially, and once you're emotionally and socially not well, you're not academically going to do well either.
Right. Yeah.
So absolutely. Before in the day, we had enough stressors when we were hanging out with our friends and comparing ourselves to just the people around us.
Yeah.
Kids have access to everything.
You have 20-year-old kids watching Instagram, seeing some kid drive a Lamborghini and wear a Rolex and live in front of a mansion, being in front of a mansion that is all facade, by the way. And they assume that that's real. And when they don't hit those goals right away, they start feeling terrible about themselves. So I think social media is dangerous. I've been saying it a long time. My wife even says to me, hey, you get off TikTok, engage. I'm not joking. I'll be at dinner, scrolling, and I'm doom scrolling. And I don't even realize I'm doing that. Let me ask you this. Tell you what drives you? What keeps you up at night, and what drives you? Because you went public with your company. That's about as high a success as you can get. What drives you after that level of success?
So this is totally my destiny. My all success with Tilly's was to bring me to do this, because I needed to have a cool connection to the youth.
Yep.
That Tilly's behind it is bring the coolness element. So they're willing to do this. And then the respect of the community and the financial resources. So definitely this is my destiny. And, Tilly's is, my ex-husband, Chezi Shaked, he is really the brain behind it. Maybe they should have called it Chezi's.
Who came up with the name, by the way? Did he go, oh no, we're going to call it Tilly? I feel like he actually said we're going to call it Tilly.
Oh yeah, for sure, because it sounded like a good name. And
but where did real quick, where did the idea come from? Like, where did they go? Like, you know what? I think we're going to build this store.
No. It was a day by day. We came to this country and we had nothing, and then we started going to the swap meet. And selling.
So you and him came together? Because you came together.
We came together, we married, and then we came together, and we start going to the swap meet and start selling toys, then mirrors, and then we moved into clothing, and then we.
At what point? At what age did you go? Like, we should open a store?
Oh, it was 1982. Mm-hmm. 2 years after we arrived here.
And where's the first store?
The first store was in Los Alamitos, but we moved it to Cypress.
Okay.
So the first oldest store right now is in Cypress, and that's when we changed the name, because we started when.
What was the name before?
World of Jeans and Tops.
Wow. World of jeans and tops.
You see,
So
that's
more
my
so they're doing business as Tilly's, but it's still
World of jeans and tops.
so your DBA is Tilly's.
Yes. And what happened?
So by the way, this is clip that. This is the type of stuff that will go viral. That moment right there of hearing that is amazing.
So 1982, when we opened the first store, it was all about warehouse open to the public look. So we were in like industrial area and those racks, and we have members only and Izod and
members only jackets.
Yeah.
Totally.
Saint Germain, Calvin Klein, before you born, right? And 2 years later, all of a sudden, the fashion just completely changed. OP and Stubbies just died. And we had to move into all the self lines, Gotcha, Quicksilver.
Well, didn't you do that because when you were at the warehouse, you were seeing like teenagers around all the time hanging out?
Yeah. So what happened is I used to go to actually the high schools to see what the kids are wearing and watch them. And
so you sit in the car and just watch kids?
Yeah, no, I got out,
Well, you can't do that these days.
So
that's not what I meant.
So anyway, so all of a sudden the trend changed, and we said, okay, we can't live in the past. We got to move with the kids, or we are going to lose all our popularity. So that's when we decided to change the name, and we moved the Los Alamitos store to an new center that is a shopping center in Cypress.
And how long did it take for the company to become, let's say, do like $1 million in revenue?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't have those numbers. I can tell you that after 2012, that it's 30 years, that's when we went public. It took 30 years to get there. We never took loans. We have money, we open another store. We have money, we open. Our employees made more money than we did for many years until we build up the structure.
That's how that works in my company. I'm like the poorest person on salary, I feel like.
My ex-husband, Chezi Shaked, is a brilliant businessman, and he wouldn't even let us buy a house. He said, the business will buy houses for us, but the house will not buy businesses. So we will just living in a rent for a long time until.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Let me ask. I think your story is super inspiring. As like I said earlier, just think it really speaks to the American dream, right? I saw in a different interview that you had mentioned that Easy Rider was a film that really inspired you and your husband to come and travel to America, but then in actuality, you kind of had to come here and just immediately start working, right? Was there anything else, any other pieces of media, American culture, other than Easy Rider that may have made you guys go, wow, I really want to come, we really want to come to America?
My birthday, July 4th.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
That's so cool.
Anyway, no, the main thing is, we really love to open our mind and grow and see other cultures and travel. And then we arrived here, we didn't have enough money. obviously. And so we had to walk and save money, and kind of never really did the trip. We got into, when you start swimming into the ocean, you can't just quit.
Yeah. It was a hell of a trip, though, right? Then did you ever end up riding a Harley because Easy Rider?
Nope.
No? Okay. I would have thought for sure.
No.
At least once.
No, the idea was to actually buy a mobile home to do this.
Ah, very smart.
And then other thing that I'm like super unique is that me and my ex-husband actually didn't really get along very well in our marriage, but we are a great team and great friends. And then when we decided to get divorced, we like shook hands and stayed partners.
That's crazy.
And didn't listen to any negative comments that we got from people. Oh, you need an attorney and he will cheat you and you need to, protect yourself. And we just decided that we are going to not destroy everything we build and keep the family. And we traveled together. And when I got involved with my current husband, Larry Levine, that we are now
who's a legend, by the way.
He's a legend.
Sure. Larry's a legend. He's standing behind the camera system.
So we're like 35 years together. We all became like one big family, and we traveled together, and we all good friends.
That's amazing.
And this is, I keep joking with my ex-husband that we need to open a class how to get divorced.
Yeah, so like a good life coaching course. Let me ask you this. If everything ends tomorrow, right? Let's say tomorrow you walk out and get struck by lightning, right? Do you feel like the legacy you're leaving behind was worth all the hard work? Do you feel like I want to be known? I'm okay with being known for Tilly's for the rest of my life. You're okay with that?
Absolutely. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that this opportunity came to life because it's interesting, I was asking, they chose me to be the kick-ass woman of Orange County.
Kick-ass woman, yeah.
And they asked me this one interesting, very difficult questions that I have to answer, like 10 questions. And one of them was, what's the worst advice you ever got in your life? And
what is the worst advice you ever got?
So that was when I wanted to do Tilly's Life Center, and I don't have all the knowledge of psychology and all the material, and I wanted to do this. Then some really important person in my life was telling me, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it because it's not your field and you don't know what you're doing and how you can do it. But, when it's your destiny, nothing stops you.
That's right.
And
do you know how many times people told me, you're all over the place, you're not going to do this, you're doing this, and I was like, yeah, that's right, I am all over the place. You can't catch me, I'm over here, I'm going here. I literally believe everything. I think if you want to do anything, I don't care what it is, if you focus on that and you spend 10,000 hours mastering that, you'll be better than 90% of the entire world.
So this is what it is. You can get all the right people to do what you need to do. And if this is something that is so important for the world to make this world a better place, I'm not going to quit. This is my destiny. So our gala, by the way, is really, really sinking with this idea because what is it?
Which is on the 15th. It's coming up on the 15th?
Shoot for the stars.
And that's on the 15th, right?
November 15th.
Okay.
And AV in Irvine.
So AV in Irvine, all my friends who've got some checks, get ready to write that check. Just know I'm coming and I'm asking. And on the 15th, we'd like to see people to come out and really... Is it invite only or can you just show up?
No, you need to buy tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you buy tickets?
On our website.
Yep.
tillyslifecenter.org.
Okay.
You can buy tickets.
And the tickets are selling out pretty quickly, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only $400 a person.
Okay.
And you get an amazing entertainment, an amazing food, and it's really special.
Okay.
I mean, people that came to the gala said this is the best gala.
I would move on that because we're gonna do some cool stuff at the gala, right? And the last event we just did had 7,000 people. We did in a couple days. And if I were you, I would go get those tickets pretty quickly because I think when this thing airs, those should be gone. But But I've seen your Gala stuff you've done. It's amazing. Like, I'm gonna go with my wife. Thank you for inviting me. I will pay for my own tickets, by the way. But if
I got one. Sorry not to cut you off.
go ahead.
But okay, so I had saw in line that you'd said that when you were in school, one of your classmates or friends were bullied, and when you tried to stand up and defend her, you yourself were kind of outcasted or bullied yourself, and that kind of planted the seed in your head for wanting to make sure something like that had never happened again, right? And all these years later, now we have the Tilly's Life Center, right? What do you believe is one of the biggest, maybe not failures, but what the American education system or what the global education system fails to teach young children that you believe should be taught, and that may be something that Tilly's Life Center will teach that those classic systems will?
A great question. Our education system is lacking social skills. Today, the terminology is social emotional learning, that it's SEL. And especially today, since we have the internet, the kids can study anything they want by themselves, if they're motivated, if they have the energy. So this kind of material and curriculum get them motivated, get them focused, and it's only take 60 minutes a week to get a kid to be in a good place emotionally. So our school education system needs to get this kind of material mandatory. And that's why I need all you guys' support. I need you guys to come to the Gala and realize that this is the only way we can get this world to be a better place and safe for our kids and grandchildren. If our new generation will be kind, forgiving, working as a team, not working out of fear and ego and competition, and learning how to be successful without hurting other people on a way, that's what's going to bring the good karma and make this world a peaceful place to raise our children. So we need this to be mandatory. We need everybody to support that.
It's something that we have to look into pretty deeply, because we've actually gone backwards. We've actually removed the social components of what, when we all went to school, even you guys being younger than me, we used to go out and play PE together. We used to have social playtime in the classroom when kids were younger. We used to have arts and musics and sports, right?
Do you not have those anymore in schools?
They're the first things to be cut when funding.
What?
So sports, yes, but guess what? It's not paid for anymore by the schools, and so parents have to. So if you don't have the means to do it, you're challenged by that. All of those social components, music, sports, all of those pieces helped us when we were kids to work together, to follow a lead, to learn how to work with people that weren't the same as us, right? And the more we remove that from a classroom, one, you're taking away sort of the fun part of school, right? You ask any kid, and most kids are like, oh, I like recess. Oh, I like lunchtime, whatever. And there's a reason for it, because as humans, we are social. We are meant to be social. And when you extract that from our lives, and now that we have phones and that has taken it away even more so, we're actually taking the natural piece of being a child away, which is causing kids not to be able to function in an environment like this. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we're really working on, and one of the things we're trying to put back into the schools, is learning about who they are, their strengths, their challenges, who other people are. How do you focus on what you're trying to do? How do you stay motivated? Because what we're seeing right now is kids coming out of school that aren't prepared to go into work.
Sure.
They're not prepared to work as a team. They're not prepared to communicate effectively with other people. So we've actually gone backwards. And our goal is to put all of that back in, because we also know that if kids aren't emotionally healthy and they're not socially healthy, they cannot be academically healthy and they cannot be professionally successful.
Wow.
So that's our goal.
Beautifully said. Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wrap it up, but I have like one important question before we go that I think is important. And that is, what would you tell the 20-year-old version of a girl who's trying to have a dream and do what you've done, what advice would you give to a young female entrepreneur and male entrepreneur if they were 20 years old and was like, I want to do what you've done? What would you say?
First of all, you really have to identify what you want. You should create your dreams. You should not be afraid to create your dream. We have a class actually that the kids are doing vision boards, and they're putting pictures of all the things that they would like to have in their life. And the science approved that if you're doing those vision boards and you keep looking at them all the time, they're actually happening.
So vision, do you think vision is a huge part?
Vision is a huge part. And then the second part is believing.
Absolutely.
Believing. And that's all the things we are actually emphasizing in a class, and we giving them the tools how to believe in himself and how to believe that they are, each one of them is a unique and a gift to this world. There is no one alike. And there's a purpose why they're here, and they can achieve everything they set their mind to if they're doing it with the right tools.
So vision, belief, and action.
And action, and
I think
and the
what
right
you said earlier, that not letting other people
influence
you.
Be connected with yourself. But the main thing is using positive tools. Make sure you don't hurt anybody on the way, because if you gossip or you talk badly about other people, you're creating a bad energy. Like attract like. If you don't even know you have the bad energy, that's what you're going to bring into your life. So if you want to have success, you have to be clean inside and let go of the negative energy and work with the right tools. Be honest, be kind, be forgiving. Don't hurt other people on the way. Give back. Giving is amazing gift. You feel better about yourself, and then whatever you give, you're going to get back.
I love that.
100 times.
You know, I was just talking about that.
No, I was saying, so is there a process for kids that are watching that want to get involved with the program? Is there like a application, or they find you in the school, or how do they get involved with you guys if they want to get involved?
This is a very good question, and we are trying to solve this issue in the last couple years. The best way is probably to contact us on the website. And right now we are only in schools that we succeed to get in. But if any parents or any kids want us to be in a school, contact us. We'll come and present it in the school, and we'll help the school to implement it. We also training teachers, and we're also doing some classes individually here in this place that we can do after school.
And what's my vibe chart? That's part of the program? Or?
Yeah, this is pretty by the way.
Colleen, you will explain
I got one,
it.
by the way.
Great.
I got mine. Come on. Did you get one?
Has one.
I know. What color you want?
Happy. Yellow.
Happy. So you want yellow.
Okay.
Yellow's a good one. So basically, this is our vibe board. And so when the kids come into class, they check in with how they're feeling for the day.
Oh, nice.
And there's multiple reasons for doing that, right? Like, first, they're getting in touch with how they're feeling.
Sure.
Two, it helps our facilitators to know where they're at, right? So maybe they're angry, maybe they're sad. They put on a red or a gray bracelet, or they're tired. Our facilitators know they're probably not going to be themselves today. And that's okay. But guess what? A lot of times the kid will yank off an orange one and stick on a blue one by the end of class, because they're then revitalized when they come through school. So, or through our classes. So the vibe board really helps kids to think about where they're at. We often walk through life without even thinking, right?
Sure.
A lot of times it's like, what am I happy about? What am I grateful for? And we're trying to bring it to the forefront on a regular basis, so they start to think that way on a regular basis.
Nice.
I would just like to say somebody's media trained, by the way. You're very good.
Oh, I'm not.
She's been doing this.
No, I am not.
You're very good. She's good.
She's very good. We are very blessed. We are very blessed to have her.
I want to say one more thing about this. I think that that's a really, really great way for these kids to express the ways that they're feeling without actually having to say, because a lot of times people don't know how to let somebody know the way that they're feeling, and they don't know how to express those, sad emotions or depressed emotions.
You hit it spot on, because that is the part I missed. So nice.
Yeah,
done.
I think that's incredible.
You don't
Gold
always
star.
want to say it, right? Like, and I put on this bracelet, and now everybody knows, and I don't have to say it to anybody that I'm.
Like the other day, Kate's girlfriend broke up with him, and I was like, "How are you feeling?" I couldn't really tell. But then he grabbed, "I'm feeling sad because my girlfriend broke up with me."
You have inspired
Bracelet.
Imaginative.
You see this. This class bringing the element of discussion.
Yes.
And talking, and they're in a group. They're peers together. They're all realize everybody has some kind of a problem, and it's normal, and it's okay. I don't feel not normal. And there is a lot of tears happening in this class.
Sure.
Especially in this class, I'm kind, when all of a sudden people say such kind things to somebody and they can't believe that people feel that
So
way.
that's a cool class. So they get stickies, little Post-its, right? And all the kids write something nice about the person standing up there. And they post it on them. And then the kids are actually overwhelmed with how people feel about them, that they had
positivity that they're receiving from their peers.
Because
absorb it.
because communication for kids these days is like, it's very tough, because even like the music that
Listen to it.
he listens to all the time is very, very negative.
This guy. I'm an EDM.
The music that's out right now that particularly Tyler listens to is very negative. It's like really bad stuff out there. It's like teaching people. I'm telling you, if you like, when we were younger, we had like really great songs that made you feel good. Yeah. We don't have that anymore. We have like, and then like all this depression, like depression stuff. Like
we continuously talk about music and pop culture on here.
It's not pop culture,
but I think there's more art out there now than ever.
No,
and I think whatever you want to find, you can. And I think that's the great part about, social media. That's the great part about the internet that does bring us together, is that, if you're looking for something, you can.
It brings us together, but it keeps us more separate than anything.
But I want to tell you, I think this young generation is our hero generation.
Sure.
I feel and I believe that they're going to change the world. And what we created right now, all this unsafety and non-transparency and like crook, you're not honest, all that kind of feeling that we have right now, the youth really want to change it.
Yeah.
They are observing it so good, and they're really ready for them to make it better. And when they get the tools, they all of a sudden, wow, we can feel better. And it's really working.
Yeah. You talk
connecting what you both said. So you said related to music, but it applies to everything. What you can find it if you want to find it, right? But if you don't know it's out there and it's not readily accessible,
how do you know where to look?
You can't find it.
Right. Yeah.
That is the idea behind this, right?
Sure.
So if kids have never been exposed to this, they're not going to know it's there, and they don't know how it's going to help that negativity turn positivity. So that's why the social media piece, we can all run down that negative path, or we can choose to change our algorithm and go that way.
There you go.
But they have to be able to have access to this, and having access to it means, to your question, how do you access it, right? Sure. So as a parent, I was a huge advocate about what was going to go in my kids' schools.
Sure.
If there's a parent listening to this is like, absolutely, my kid's school needs this, the best way to do it is go to the principal, go to the school board, go to those kind of components, because truly, a lack of having the emotional and the social component in our schools will be a detriment to our kids.
Sure, 1,000%.
I want to say one more thing, because we've been talking about. This is important.
Let it go. I'm letting it go. I'm like, go.
And I want to be super grateful for Tilly's supporting this organization, because I don't want to take it for granted. This is a public company, but they're doing everything possible. They put roundup the change at all the Tilly stores. And if you go and shop at Tilly's,
100%. I was like, yes.
Please donate money there, for even if it's 50 cents, that's how we get the money to go into the stores.
It makes a huge difference when everybody
serve
contributes.
about a third more kids than what we would typically be able to.
So I'm super grateful for Tilly's, for their legacy of always giving back and helping us. We will not be where we are today without them, and even staying in this
100%.
location. So I'm super grateful for them and Chezi Shaked for supporting this organization.
And we're grateful for you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I have one more
conversation.
final question, if you don't mind. Tilly, you talk so much about the power of positivity and positive thought, not just in the curriculum of the TLC, but in your own life, right? Have you always been such a positive person? And can you talk about how that positivity got you to where you are today?
Okay, it's very interesting. So I was a very bad kid in the very first 12 of my life because I was very tenacious and I wanted to get everything I want, and I didn't really care if somebody get hurt on the way. And so I didn't talk to my mom for a whole year when I was like 11 because I didn't get what I want.
11?
Yes.
Wow.
And all of a sudden at age 12, I got God gifts, gave me really a strong emotional intelligence. And it was like, my mom said, it's like somebody took a switch and turned it from black to white. I came and told her, from now on, you have a new kid. I realized that the right way to get what I want is in a good way. And that day, I just realized that I have to let go of negativity and just focus on the good things. Wow. And I was blessed. And that
love attraction, power of
love
good
is
thought.
the biggest, and forgiveness and giving is the most powerful tool that gets anything you want in life.
All day long. People always ask, my wife always goes, you just give. And I'm like, I give whatever I can all the time. You know why? Because it makes me feel good to give to people. I don't give something because I want something back. I give because I actually enjoy seeing somebody receive.
Exactly.
That makes me feel good.
You have to remember that because you are enjoying giving, you should also let other people give to you and learn how to receive so they can feel good.
That I'm not so great.
Still learning that.
I'm still learning that.
Yeah, it's important lesson that I learned later on, but it's important because the other person needs to feel good too and don't want to feel that you're superior to them. So you need to learn to receive too.
Love that. And with that being said, we're going to wrap this up because everybody's hungry. We've been here for like 3 hours. Thank you so much for joining. And guys, if you're having any mental health issues and you're not really sure who to turn to, definitely go check out their website. If you're a mom and you want this curriculum in your school, don't be afraid to reach out to your principal, reach out to somebody, hit us up and come to Gala. I mean, there's all kinds of paths out there to do this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, share with your friends. And we're so happy to have you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
You ready? Ready when you walk. I spent time in the game.